Good morning. Today I'm excited to announce the next phase of Frederick's reopening. In addition to using this briefing for COVID-19 updates, I would also like to spend some time this morning to answer some of the questions that have come from our residents regarding the planned demonstrations in our community. Both are important to discuss and both are critical to our next move as a community. Let's begin with a COVID-19 update. As we continue to battle this virus in our community, I continue to monitor the impact. Frederick County has now surpassed the 2,000 case mark, yet the positivity rate is below 10%. This means that while our testing has increased, we are not seeing a spike in positive result. The painful and difficult actions that cause much of the economic impact has saved lives. Thank you to our community for taking those hard steps. However, I must reiterate that it is important to continue physical distancing and the wearing of face coverings. Our slow re-entry into our typical day-to-day routines is necessary to ensure the spread of COVID-19 is sustained to levels our hospital can support. This is especially important as we continue the reopening process, which includes visiting more public places like businesses, personal service providers, restaurants, churches. Last week during my briefing, I debuted the potential options for expanded outdoor dining throughout the city of Frederick. These options were a purposeful effort to support our restaurants in their recovery from the growing economic impacts of COVID-19. Thanks to our community's quick attention, we garnered 1,500 responses to the survey outlining the options. Using that feedback and ensuring that our decision took into consideration pedestrian and diner safety, ADA regulations, the necessary work of our Department of Public Works, and the planning for potential extreme weather, we have developed a multifaceted plan to provide safe outdoor dining across our city. There are 5 opportunities available depending on your location and proximity to features within our community. The city's permit portal that outlines each of the 5 options with the appropriate permitting and approval details is now available at cityoffrederickmd.gov/pop-up dining. It is our intention to maintain these options into the fall, and the city intends to waive all associated permit fees. So the first option is on private property across the city. A temporary use permit through our building department will be used to allow outdoor dining in these locations. This could be on a parking lot, open space, in a shopping center, or adjacent to a standalone restaurant. This would be most applicable along the Golden Mile and our other commercial corridors. The second option is in public parks, alleys, and lots throughout the city. In this instance, a restaurant may apply through the Department of Economic Development to locate outdoor dining in one of these locations, such as Carroll Creek Park, or City Hall Park, or Hill Street Park. A third option, which is available to restaurants downtown, is to apply for a sidewalk cafe permit through the city's building department. This allows for limited table service on a city sidewalk adjacent to the restaurant. These areas are required to have enclosures for which the city is temporarily relaxing certain standards. Please note that during the state of emergency, the city reserves the right to suspend sidewalk cafes to ensure pedestrian safety. The fourth option is for restaurants on Market Street between Patrick Street and 3rd Street and involves temporary street closures each week. Restaurants will be permitted to place outdoor dining in the street on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays between the hours of 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. During these closures, all crossroads will remain open to minimize traffic impact and to facilitate the continuation of curbside pickup. The city will provide the restaurant with specific street areas in which to operate after an application with the Department of Economic Development. An emergency access lane will be maintained in the middle of the street during the closure. This option will begin on Friday, June 12th. For those restaurants downtown that are not located in the road closure area outlined in option 4, a 5th option will be available. And this entails outdoor dining along city streets in enclosed parking spaces. These parklets will be defined by safety barriers installed by the City of Frederick to protect diners from travel lanes. Applications for this option are available through the Department of Economic Development. As you can see, our goal is to provide each restaurant with at least one option to expand their outdoor dining during this time. Our Department of Public Works and Department of Economic Development have been working hard to consider the many elements of these options. I encourage you to visit cityoffrederickmd.gov/pop-up dining to learn more. For restaurants, city staff is ready to help you decide which option is best for you. While I'm excited to see pop-up dining around Frederick in the coming weeks as restaurants begin to use these options to support their recovery, I am also very attentive to the hurt and pain in our community right now. As I shared on Monday in my statement with Acting Police Chief Patrick Grossman, we join those in our community calling for justice and a rebalancing of the scales in a system that for hundreds of years in America has been designed to work against minorities, the poor, the marginalized, and the vulnerable. Over the last week, the city has learned of various demonstrations where members of our community will continue calls for justice. Last night, a local organization, Surge, brought together community members on our square corner for a peaceful demonstration. This will continue tonight and tomorrow night from 6 to 7 p.m. Additionally, the City of Frederick has been in communication with organizers of a scheduled peaceful demonstration on Friday, June 5th. At this time, the demonstration is slated to begin at Mullenix Park in the early evening, approximately 5 p.m., and will end at the Bandshell in Baker Park. The route will incorporate sections of All Saints Street, Market Street, and 2nd Street. The Frederick Police Department is aligning its officer resources to ensure the welfare of all residents during the demonstration and will be supporting the First Amendment liberties of our demonstrators. Please note that there have been other demonstration flyers circulated for other times as early as 2 p.m. that day. At this time, we do not have any confirmed intelligence that outside groups will be coming to town. The city will provide information on any other events as it becomes available, but at all times, we are prepared to protect our community. We have heard from many of you over the last few days asking about our preparations. As a government, our responsibility lies in the support of all in our community by sharing the resources of our community with businesses, with residents, and with visitors. We have stood up an incident command structure to work with our partners in law enforcement, emergency management, and risk management to be as prepared as possible. We are planning for various contingencies while developing the necessary strategies and tactics to mitigate negative impacts to the greatest extent possible. We are evaluating all public infrastructure, including buildings, to determine the best course of action in response to these events. Our Department of Economic Development is also available to help businesses with any questions as large crowds return to our downtown area. I know that the last few months have brought hard changes to our daily routines, hard inner reflections, and for many, hurt and pain and loss. Please know that the City of Frederick has been and will continue to prioritize the life, safety, and health of our residents. Our work to combat COVID-19 and systemic injustice will not end. Please continue to reach out to my office with questions, concerns, and suggestions. Stay well and be safe.